Kolo, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the ones men that gave life for this truth, the pioneers of this truth, the ones the elders of Great Milson that told me the truth. Anju was out there team to the house of David, the 144,000, the elect, the Church of the Saints, the 1/3, the men, women, and children part of the elect. Basically, we're watching the polls, the elections in the next room. The brothers are watching it, and I was looking up to some information, see what's going on. There was a shooting at a poll station in California with a heavily armed gunman. You know what I mean? Like whoever, I don't remember ever any voting day shit pops off like that on the election day. So that's the vibration how it's gonna start. New president, new vibration. What's gonna be that vibration in concentration camps? Shit hitting the fan, all hell breaking loose. You know, it's heavily armed gunmen started shooting in the polls, and the police are looking for him in California. I won't play this clip. It's the times that we're living in, man. You know.
Polling stations are on lockdown and a manhunt is underway for a heavily armed gunman who killed one person and injured another three in California. Los Angeles County
Killed one person and injured three at the poll stations.
Fire Inspector Gustavo Medina said one person was dead on arrival after the shooting in Azusa on Tuesday. Two people were airlifted to hospitals and the fourth was being treated, he said. But he was unable to say whether the four people had been shot. Azusa police said the shooting began at 2:02 p.m. with reports of shots fired near Memorial Park at 320 North Orange Avenue. Police said no arrests have been made and advised residents to shelter in place until further notice. Azusa police officer Jerry Willison said the shooter fired on officers at the scene, but none of them were hurt. He also was unable to say whether those injured had been shot, but confirmed that no arrests have been made. This is a very volatile and critical situation, Willison said. Willison said arriving officers were met with gunfire at the scene and found themselves pinned down. He says the officers were forced to seek cover. The gunman fired at least 20 shots at police, a source told the LA Times. Roberto Chavez, 67, said he witnesses the gunman fire at least 10 rounds at a group of people from his porch. The gunman, who was dressed a white shirt.
Well, this is all false flag anyway. You know what I mean? That's these devils, man. They're setting it up. That's these devils, man. They're gonna give it. This is false flag, man. Agent provocateurs that set all this up. But that's in the scriptures. All hell's gonna break loose, man. Martial law. All hell breaking loose. Even today, man. Feeling kind of funny and weird and shit. Like something's gonna happen. Just the weather is the warmest it's ever been. November, just something in the air, man. It just ain't right, man. Second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall fight. Read that again. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Talk about modern day swords as a gun. There's gonna be a civil war. There's gonna be a race war in this country, whether if Obama or Hillary wins. And the swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courts of their actions out there in their power. They ain't gonna give a shit. Just like the militia say, man. People are gonna be hunting these cops down. It's gonna be lawlessness, like the movie Purge, the election. People are gonna be hunting the cops down. People are gonna be shooting each other, killing each other. All right, they ain't gonna regard their kings or princes. They're gonna go to D.C. The militia said it. If Hillary wins, they're going up in D.C. and taking her ass out. And if Donald Trump wins, either or, all hell's gonna break loose in America. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able to. I shall not be able, for because of their talk about martial law, and shut down the cities. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men are going to be afraid. So imagine the women. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and from great tribulation. Lack of bread, food. Great tribute, all hell breaking loose. Daniel 12, a time like never before. Time of Jacob's troubles at hand.
In black pants, barricaded himself into a home about 3 doors down from his in the 600 block of West 4th Street, he told the Times. A nearby elementary school that's also a polling place was on lockdown after the shooting. A polling station, where about 20 people were casting ballots when the gunfire erupted, was locked down. Elsewhere, He said 2 polling stations were affected by the active shooter situation: Memorial Park and Dalton Elementary. Voters should avoid the area and, if necessary, cast a ballot at an alternate polling location, he said on Twitter. Several roads in the residential neighborhood were blocked off and several police and SWAT vehicles were seen on the streets. At least 3 vehicles were involved in a crash on one of the blocked-off streets, KTLA reports, but it is unknown if it is related to the shooting. Azusa is around 40 miles from San Bernardino, where a radicalized gunman and his wife killed 14 people in a terrorist attack in December.
Goes to San Bernardino. And that's where the brothers at Ra Moth out there teaching, over there in the West Coast, the Valley West Coast. But like I said, this vibration is being pushed out. Brothers gotta be on point, man. Watch, man. Keep your eyes open, cause here it is. Oh, we're gonna be present, and tomorrow's I'm gonna get up and go to work. We don't know what the fuck is gonna happen today, tonight. False flag. Russia's out. Bless a blackout in Russia. They're saying it's the hackers, United States, that hack the stations out there and override the system, causing a blackout. If that's the case, that's an act of war. Sanctions against another country, that's an act of war. North Korea and Russia. So they're gonna retaliate. Let's see what happens. They say they're gonna retaliate on elections. North Korea said they're gonna do something on the elections. Let's see, man. Let's just see what happened. We know all hell's about to break loose. We feel it in the air. If you're in the spirit, you feel it, man. Just feel like yo, something's gonna happen. You feel it. It's all warm outside and shit. Real weird weather, man. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai for this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the scriptures and opening up our eyes to the last days, to who we are and what the hell's going on, while the 2/3 are blind as sheeple. You don't know what the hell's going on. Shalom to the house of David, the 144,000, the elect, the church of the saints, the 1/3 men and women and children part of the elect that's going to be delivered. That's written in the book of life. They're going to be the first ones to receive the kingdom. Get through the gates. Lord, when we part of that. Shalom. The time of Jacob's trouble. Shalom.